Hi friends, welcome back. In today's video, I thought it would be fun to try out these Deco Rush tapes that I got in my Hobonichi order. I've seen mixed reviews on these Deco Rush tapes. The reason why I was interested in purchasing these is number one, I guess there are a few reasons. The first one is I liked so many of the designs this year, but it wasn't realistic for me to buy all of them in terms of the covers. And so I thought the Deco Rush would be a really cute way to enjoy the designs without needing to have the covers themselves. So being able to enjoy the designs was one of the reasons. Another reason is I felt like these could potentially be another option for adding a bit of decoration to my journal and my planners in a quick way, hence Rush in the name, but also from a thickness perspective. So I'm very careful about what I add into my cousin, just because it is quite a thick book. There's actually, it looks thicker right now because I've got like a pencil board and a few other things, but in general, I don't really add a lot of stickers or washi or really anything other than my pen and a couple of little post-it tabs or little sticky tabs. So the other thing I do use are the transfer stickers, which I like a lot. So I'm really curious to see how these compare. So I thought it'd be fun to open these up, try them out, see how easy or difficult it is to apply these to the paper, and then maybe comparing them to something like empty washi tape, maybe comparing them to washi sticker, and if I can find some, possibly a transfer sticker, although the transfer stickers are quite thin, so I don't really know how useful that kind of comparison will be. All right, so let's get into it. I think I'm gonna start with the grumpy cats. There was something about these little grumpy faces that I found so charming. So I'm gonna start with that. Okay, so it's pretty small in comparison. This is some washi tape. This is actually a little smaller than I thought it would be. Another comparison that could be fun. So this is a Ferris wheel press ink bottle, so it's smaller than that. And this is how it compares to my, this is how it compares to my Pilot Vanishing Point. Okay. So I love how cute it is. So I think this is the cap. Oh, I like that. So it kind of flips open like that, which I like. So I know with some of the whiteout tape styles, you have to take the cap off and risk losing them. So I like that this is attached. Okay. I've seen that sometimes it can be helpful to use a pencil board underneath. So I might try that first. And I've also read that if you keep it completely vertical, that has seemed to have a little more success compared to on an angle, like the way I would use whiteout. So we'll try vertical as I can. And because these cats are, I guess, vertical, I'm going to do it this way instead of that way. So let's give it a try. This is the first time I've ever used a Deco Rush, so I'm very excited. Okay. So far, so good. I have heard that sometimes these tapes can stop working properly. So when you start moving the tape out, the pictures may get distorted or don't come out. I've seen some really sad photos online of the tape completely coming out. So I'm very aware that this could be beginner's luck, but I'm gonna try to do a bit of a longer. I will say when you're doing it this way, unless, because my head is a bit further out, I can't really see what I'm rolling out, if that makes sense at all. So anyway, I'm gonna try another little bit. Okay. So I will say super cute, a little challenging to see where I want to stop. So I kind of cut off the bottom of that cat there. But overall, first impressions, this is very thin. I would say in comparison, I have some transfer stickers. I want to compare to that. So that was a bad transfer. I don't have one of those tools. I didn't think I needed one, and maybe I do, especially because I don't tend to keep very long nails. Okay. So this is the Deco Rush. Is called Cats and Me, and this is a transfer sticker. So I would say still the transfer sticker is the most seamless. It really feels like there's nothing there once you put them on. So these are probably still my favorite. But the Deco Rush is definitely quite thin. And just in comparison, I'm gonna put that there. And then perhaps some empty washi tape. So I find that empty washi tape is some of the thinnest. I do have a roll of the Coffee Monsters Co. washi tape. I saw this when I was at Wonder Pens recently, and I just thought it was so cute. I don't really have a lot of the Coffee Monsters Co. stickers, but I did find the washi adorable. So even though I'm trying not to buy washi because I have too much, I did treat myself to this one as well as this one. I honestly probably could, it was tempting to get them all, but I tried to narrow it down to the ones that I liked the most. I do find in general MT is the thinnest washi tape. So all right, so that was the first one. I would say early thoughts, this was hard for me to get within the lines. Maybe that's just a me thing where it's a little hard to position as opposed to a sticker where you can kind of, you know, play around with the positioning. And washi tape, I find I like using the grids to help me get things straight. So vertically was a little bit challenging. I'm not sure if all the Deco Rush tapes are like that. So I'm curious to try another one to see if maybe I'll have more luck horizontally, but that is the first one. I love these little grumpy cat faces, so that's really cute. I think up next we will do, I don't know what this is called, but they're basically little dessert treats. And I love, who doesn't love little food illustrations? Okay, so this one is pink on the outside, very cute. And it looks like I can do this one horizontally, so I'm gonna try that now. Okay, so you can see here that only some of it came out. So I guess I'm running into my first issue using this tape. Oh, you know what? So we'll just say that one is just too far gone. So let's try the next one. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that. It was surprisingly harder to do horizontally for me so far. These ones came out pretty well, but as I was lifting off the tape, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of came off with, like it didn't quite stick to the page. So I can put it down, but on this tape, there's a little chunk that's kind of stuck here. So I'm gonna pull it off. But this one was definitely harder to use. So now I have a little bit, I just have a little bit here on the edge there, and I'm just gonna roll it out to make sure that I don't have anything stuck. Okay. So this one was a little bit harder. I don't know if you can see there, but it is kind of coming off the page a little bit. Sorry, the lighting isn't great actually. But yeah, it's definitely not as easy as I thought it would be. So yeah, so that one is I'll just call this desserts. I don't remember what it was called. All right. So the next one is the Love It Panda. I went a little crazy with the panda theme this year, and I got the Weeks cover, the A6 cover. I did want to get the pencil boards, but I stopped myself, although now I've realized that I don't have enough pencil boards for my Weeks, but we're just going to ignore that for now because I do not need to make another Hobonichi order. So let's open this up. This one's black. And looks like this one's another horizontal one. So let's give it a try. Okay, I think I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but I don't know if you can see. Even in this one, over here, it's a little bit, oh, hold on, let's see if I can turn on some light. It's a very dark day. So anyway, as I was saying, this here, you can see it kind of like bubbling up a little bit. So even though I was able to get the pandas on, I wouldn't say it was, you know, like completely flat, but the illustrations are very cute. I was trying to pay attention as well to how much pressure I was putting on it, and I would say that I was pushing harder than I would if I were using a pen, which I know probably doesn't mean a lot unless I were able to articulate how heavy-handed I am with the pen, but it was definitely a slow and, you know, more pressure anyway. Very cute though. I don't mind the imperfection. Okay, we have this final one here. This one is the little gifts. Really loved the cover and definitely feeling a little bit of FOMO for not getting the cover, but I'm gonna stay strong because I'm not sure that I'm still not sure I would have enjoyed the cover for the entire year, so, or beyond. But I know that I would have loved, I love these illustrations. Even if there was a sticker set, I would have gotten it. If it was washi tape, I would have gotten it. So I'm very excited to have this Deco Rush. I just hope it treats me well and works okay. So we're gonna give it a try. I'm not sure how many are in here. I mean, maybe it does say and I can't read it. Okay, anyway, let's give it a try. Okay, these are so cute. And as you can see from the next one, I still haven't quite hit the repeat. So the first one, obviously, you can see didn't quite go so well. The rest of them seem to go okay. There's a little bit of bubbling here. So overall, I would say knowing that they have a reputation for being a little bit finicky helped, because I think my instinct would have been to do this on an angle. I guess I could try just to see what would happen if I did do it on an angle. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, so these ones were applied vertically. This one was applied on an angle, although I did more on it sort of vertically as opposed to an angle. It doesn't seem to matter whether I do it this way or whether I do it this way. Definitely, despite being careful, there was still some bubbling. And it does feel, it kind of feels like it could rub off. I know they sell erasers, so maybe it isn't quite as permanent as, say, like a transfer sticker. But I am scratching. I'm scratching this little bit that didn't quite make it onto here, and it is a little difficult to get off. So I don't know, maybe it's like semi-permanent. The washi sticker and the washi tape feel a little more smooth to the touch. Transfer sticker almost feels like it's not there at all. And this just kind of feels like a slightly tackier, stickier version of, so washi tape is smooth. This one's has a little more friction, but it is thinner. So I would say in terms of thinness, this one's definitely equivalent to just writing with pen. This one's thinner, and then these are a little bit thicker. So overall, I'm very happy and excited to use this. I've seen some people preemptively add like a Deco Rush illustration onto every page of next year's planners, which I think is such a brilliant idea, and I'm kind of tempted to do something like that so that every day when you flip through it, you get a little bit of a surprise. So I think that could be one way that I'll use these. But I also just see it as something that I will add to my pages when I feel like adding a little bit of color or a little bit of decoration. I mainly use these pages as notes pages. I started this book around May of this year, and so I had a lot of empty pages at the beginning of this book to fill up, which I mostly have. But when I start this book next year in January, I won't have like back pages, so I'm going to prioritize using these daily pages for note-taking and, work related things. And then if I have empty space, I will maybe just for fun add a little bit of Deco Rush, or maybe a little drawing, maybe some transfer stickers, but I don't really want my book to bulk up, so I very sparingly use things like washi stickers, washi tape, anything that could potentially add bulk. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little experimentation and trial of the Deco Rush. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.